Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Eastar Tarot, and today we're going to be doing a collective and timeless reading to see what our ancestors, spirit guides, and guardian angels would like to let us know, let us receive as a message today. And with us we have our dolphin totem to be with us today. Oh, it's this little dolphin. I don't know if you've ever seen dolphins, but they're really magical. And I don't know, I always take them as a symbol of hope and joy entering your life. So, very special creatures, dolphins. And I have this green aventurine crystal with us also. I don't know if you can pick it up in the light, but there's just so many little points of light in it. Let me just see if I can get it. Kind of see it there. The light from my overlights kind of distorts it, but you can kind of see it there. It's a very pretty crystal. A lot of times I find the small ones are often the most deep in color and the prettiest, so yeah, something to that. It's the small things in life that shine the brightest, aren't they? Okay. 10 of Strands, which is the 10 of Wands in the original Rider-Waite. And we have Joyce here doing her thing with the lights. If you know the show, you know. But she kind of has this mental breakdown moment where she... well, it's funny because it's like she's having a mental breakdown, but she's actually having a breakthrough where she's able to communicate with the other side, and she figures out a system of communication with the alpha. She basically creates a Ouija board with her lights and letters that she paints on the walls. So, and to all outsiders looking, it looks like she's losing her mind, but she knows that it's real. So I feel like that will come in some way. And I just picked up the deck and this was sitting there, so I just feel like this should also come in. Knight of Scoops, here we go. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're communicating with your guides really well, and I don't see this as disapproval. I see this as like, I'm proud of you. They're like, yeah, you get it. And they're also bringing, it's 10 of Pentacles, since Scoops are pentacles in this deck. And I see that as they're bringing in financial abundance, a material abundance for you. And I think you're also bringing that in for yourself by having this communication with higher realms. It's like you get a greater perspective now because you can see things differently with your intuition. And it's going to bring in these opportunities, which are also being guided to you by your spirit team, spirit guides. And this flipped out originally, I think, when I was shuffling, and it's here on the bottom. So I'm going to just draw attention to it, the Two of Spokes, which is the Two of Cups. So there might be some sort of partnership coming in for you as well. So keep that in mind. No, that wasn't it. Okay. Let's bring out the cards gently, just gently. Not too rough. Two cards here. Two of Strands and the Eight of Dice, which is the Eight of Swords. Okay. Interesting. So setting out and I think I want to look at the Eight of Dice because I'm not sure what characters are there. I think it's the, let's see, I think it might be the characters that 11 meets at a certain point in season 2, but I just want to double check because I don't want to misinterpret this. Yeah. Doesn't say actually who the characters are, so I'm just going to leave it since it's not important, but they are in the upside down. And there's sort of a message in this card about restriction. The Eight of Swords can be about restricting yourself, right? Not seeing things. It's not even not seeing things, it's like turning away from things that restrict you is what I'm seeing, because this person here is the only one who's facing forward against everyone that's facing against them. And it's sort of like, and you got to hear, you came out with Two of Strands, and Two of Strands is all about setting out on, like, you see the journey that you want to go on. You decided that you're going to go for it. And you're sort of, you're in the planning stages, you're getting ready for it. And with this here, it says to me that you're turning your back on things that restrict you. You're turning your way from things that don't serve you at all, and you're seeing it for what it is, that it makes you unhappy, that it doesn't serve you any purpose at all. So you've decided that it feels like you're going against the flow because everybody else has turned a certain direction and you're turning the other way. It's like, so I'm getting an image of all the creatures running off the cliff and you're the one that's like going the other way and being like, this is the way to go. Something like that. But it's a mental thing where it's like you realize that something you're doing doesn't serve you at all. It's not in your best interest or really in the best interest of others, but you can't make others see that. You can only see that for yourself, right? So yeah, I get a lot of good vibes from this because even though we have like the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Wands here, which, sometimes those can be about restriction and burden, but honestly, I see it as you seeing the light, like seeing through the illusions and moving forward for what's best for you. We want another card? Okay, one more card, just to see. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Gotta keep going here. There we go. Okay. Nine of Spokes, which is the Nine of Cups. That's like your big wish fulfillment, big satisfaction. And look at this shiny, beautiful bike and those pastel clouds. Oh my God, this is so enticing. Like, yeah, because the Nine of Cups is all, it's like a guy that's sitting in a chair. He's got all the cups behind him and he's so satisfied. He's so happy. And it's like wish fulfillment, right? And here there's this shiny bike for you. It's like you see your out. You see the out for your situation, and it's like you're trying to ride away metaphorically from a situation, you're seeing the bike that's going to get you out of there. You're like, oh yeah, that's the ticket. That's the way. You're seeing it now. And seeing is the first step to manifesting, right? When we see it in our head, that's what makes it real. Or it's the first step to making it real, right? I'll take a little sip of my tea. Yeah, you're choosing the freedom over the restriction. Yeah. You might even have like two ideas here. I don't know why I'm getting that, but it's like two good ideas. And it's like they're mirrored by the two bike wheels for some reason for me. I don't know what's going on with the twos here for me, but there's something about that. Yeah. Okay, let's get some more cards here. See what else is going on. Your favorite butterfly cards. I feel like I use this deck a lot, but I don't know. I've had this deck for so long. Like over a decade, I would say. I think it was one of my first decks I ever got. Back when I was like, I wasn't super serious, but I just liked, reading tarot for fun for myself. I believe it was a gift, and I don't know. They've just been with me so long. It's like, it's special. Nope. Okay. Two. Is it two? Okay. They're stuck together, really. something on there. But they're stuck together and I feel like they're supposed to be. Yeah, two. We were just talking about twos. Oh my God. Okay. Self-employment. Whoa. We were talking about an out, like something that would get you out of the situation, and this seems pretty specific. Self-employment. Yeah. Maybe you're trapped in that 9 to 5 and you know it drains you. You know you hate it. You know you hate doing what is just going into the office every day, getting up early when it's dark. You hate it. You just hate it. Sorry to use such strong language, but it's just like, you know that this is your out. What else we got here? Heavenly Signs. Wow. Oh, I love this card. It's honestly one of the most beautiful. That beautiful butterfly there. Yeah. Yeah, you've gotten a sign. Your guides are really talking to you. And look, Joyce got the signs too, right? Oh, yeah. This is awesome. I really see that you're learning to pay attention to the signs too, because that makes them work better for you. It's like when the universe notices you noticing, it starts using that sign more and more. Like say it's a white feather that you see, and it just appears at these specific moments that are really important to you. The more you notice that and the more you take heed of it, the more it's going to appear to you. And the more it's going to keep guiding you, because the universe is like, okay, she's locked on to that. We're going to keep showing her that when we need her to pay attention to something. And you can have multiple signs in your life, like just different like words, phrases, numbers, animals, objects. Like it can be any things, and they can appear in so many different forms, but you always get that like feeling, right? When you see it, that's how you know. It's like everything stops for a second. You're like, whoa, I know what that is. And it completely absorbs your attention. So I kind of had a moment like that today, actually. I was in a park and I was just eating by a river, and it was really nice. And I was feeling very peaceful. And a white feather literally floated to me out of nowhere. Like I have no idea where it came from, but it literally floated down to me, and it was the strangest thing. So, maybe you're seeing white feathers, maybe you're seeing butterflies. If you're in the northern hemisphere, you might not be, because it's getting a little colder, but maybe where you live, you're seeing butterflies, so, or flowers, or bikes even, like, or maybe Christmas lights. Maybe Christmas lights will be a sign. There's a lot of Christmas lights in this deck, so something like that could be a sign for you. Yeah, let's get feeling feathers and heavenly signs. Let's talk to the Archangel deck. Yeah. Get some loving guidance from angels. Prioritize. Okay, focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. So yeah, maybe you need some motivation too, because you still have to make this happen for yourself in the 3D. Archangel Metatron. He's helping guide you to your destiny, and he's got the violet flame here. So he's really wanting you to prioritize your focus on these things that you want to come to fruition, which looks like it's self-employment. Yeah, let's get, one more. Yeah, that's the one. Clear your space. Okay, yeah, because it said organized and motivated here, and then clear your space. So maybe there's some old energies, maybe old things in your space that you got to get rid of to bring this new energy in, because it might be blocking those things from happening quicker. Got Archangel Jophiel here. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use Feng Shui. Feng Shui can be really helpful. I've said it before on this channel, I'll say it again. Feng Shui can really move the energy, get things moving faster. It's not that, putting a plant in the specific place will necessarily bring you a certain opportunity, but it will definitely allow the energy to move in that area of your life so that things can start happening there. And I've always found that, clairaudience on the bottom, we have always, the spots where we have piles of clutter are always the areas where we have blocks in life. Like the spot where you pile your clothing is going to be the spot where it's going to be like your relationship corner if you're having struggles in relationships, or like where your garbage bin and this pile of junk is going to be, or that pile of stuff you need to get rid of, but you just haven't gone to the Goodwill to drop off this donation. It's just been sitting there forever. It's going to be like your finance section. Like, it's funny how that works out. So maybe open yourself up to that bit. But honestly, the best feng shui cure of anything without knowing directions and elements is just to declutter. That can do wonders for no matter what your situation is. Decluttering and making your space really warm and inviting and flowing. And flowing means things aren't in the way. Everything has a place. Everything is organized how to your liking. And it doesn't mean it has to be perfectly neat. It just means that everything has to have an order to it. And energy has to move through the space as well. So you gotta, if you trip over things, that's not good for feng shui. I remember at one point in my life, I really wanted to be like a feng shui person that advised people. I didn't really follow that path, but it's such an interesting subject. You could just get lost in it for hours and hours. But especially if you need to focus on something, like there's something you want to make in your life happen, like say you want to start doing YouTube videos, you need a space where you're going to record, or you want to learn this instrument, you're going to need a space to practice, or if you're doing art, you're going to need a corner where you do your art. You just have to, the space comes first. It's like when you have the ideas come before the materialization, you also need the space before you have the activity. Something like that. I'm sorry if I'm a little scratchy. Drinking my tea here so I can speak a little better. Okay, we're going to do Zodiac Moon cards as well today. Let's see what messages we got in here. Oh, we got 2 again. 2, 2, 2. Moon in Sagittarius, discovery, freedom and adventure. Sensitive, introspective phase, Moon in Cancer, belonging. 16 is the number of the Tower. I'm feeling drawn to that for some reason. So maybe you have moved home recently, or you're just feeling a little bit like your sense of belonging has shifted, and you've got to, maybe it's to do with your space. Like you've got to create a sense of belonging in your space. Maybe like warm up to your space more so you can have more of your energy in it, and these things can thrive more. And then we got Moon in Sagittarius, discover, freedom and adventure. Yeah. Maybe take some leaps, like try something new. Maybe it's something you haven't done yet, or you haven't started yet, and you're kind of hesitating, and that's what this clear the space is about. Like you have to make room for it so that you start doing that thing that you want to do. I'm gonna get another card here, actually. So I think I need a little bit of clarity on that. But I think that doing whatever it is you're going to do for self-employment, it's going to give you like that sense of freedom and adventure. Like this is a new part of my journey that I love. And it's going to make you feel like you belong. Yeah. Like this is where I really belong. And there's a boathouse here. So again, it's like that guy originally who was standing against the crowd, right? Turning against the crowd and doing things that other people normally do. Most people don't live on the ocean, but maybe you're someone that does, and that's just a metaphor. Like maybe you just want to do things in a different way than most people do them. And that might be through self-employment, that you do things that, maybe your family or other people aren't necessarily used to seeing you do, or don't think of themselves as doing it, but that doesn't mean you can't. Because this is where you're going to feel at home. I don't think you felt at home doing what you were doing before. Like if it was a 9 to 5, like it made you dislocated from your surroundings. Like you just didn't, it wasn't for you. And you understand that now, and you get that it's just, you can't make yourself fit into something that doesn't work for you. Clematis, 22. I think I have to look up clematis. So I forget. Forgetful. Let's see, clematis. Yeah. Has spiraling vines that grab any opportunity that appears. So maybe you're going to be an opportunist in this situation, or you have to be like an opportunist. Yeah, it's sort of like you're just grabbing the opportunities as it comes, and there's movement and momentum associated with clematis. So because it just spirals up, it just keeps grabbing onto things and keeps growing that way. So that's going to be you. You're just going to keep going up and up and keep, it's like new opportunities are going to keep on coming up because look, we have it beside the 9 of spokes with that bike that's going to get you your opportunity. That's like your ticket out, right? And even the flowers match those pink clouds. Yeah. So I see this as just confirmation that you're gonna have a lot of momentum right now. I think once you start this and you get going with this, it's gonna just keep going and going. Like it's gonna be like, oh, and now I can do this, and this is a way I can make money doing this as well, and I'm gonna add this onto what I'm doing as well. Or maybe this is gonna come in with the partner, if there is a partner in this. Eel and Iris, safety. Yeah, you're gonna feel safe to do this, and you're gonna have enough abundance that it's gonna feel like this can support me. This can help me grow. This can help me leave that job, right? And you're gonna feel also safer in that space where it's like you can control things, right? Because maybe you're someone that just doesn't, you can't handle like the chaos of the workplace that you're in. Sometimes even just like public spaces are a little bit tough, and it's like you just want to be safe in your home. Like have that like home feeling, like Cancer here, right? Cancer is all about the home and nurturance. But I think most of all, it just shows that you're going to feel safe to take these chances to like stride out on your own and do this. Because self-employment can be risky. It can be something that doesn't feel like a sure thing. But honestly, what have you got to look forward to in other jobs? Because I mean, honestly, a lot of them could just fire you out of nowhere, or um, the company could go under, or or the industry could start failing. Like you don't know. I mean, nothing's really a sure thing in this world, to be honest. So so that's something I'm kind of learning as well. So it's sort of like you might as well just do what makes you happy because nothing is ever for sure, right? But I think this is going to be something that makes you feel very safe and comfortable. And I think that's the most important thing, more than like necessarily that it's financially stable. It's that it just makes you feel good day in and day out. And that's going to help you so much more. It's going to make you feel abundant. Yeah. I'm just going to check, see if there's anything with eel that I might have missed. Those Roman numerals, man, though. They always trip me up. What's XL? I guess I should have learned my Roman numerals. Hmm. Yeah. So both are pretty sturdy. Like an eel can hide in the mud, so that's where we get like the idea of like a slippery as an eel. They can get themselves out of situations. And then the iris is a tall and hardy flower. And I guess it's a fleur de lis. That's where we get the fleur de lis, which is like I think a French symbol, but it's medieval and it stands for power and victory, and it derives it from the iris, which they see as victorious. So you're going to be victorious. Like they create this mighty combination. So it's like safety in your home, your relationships, and your work. That's where you're going to end up from the situation if you take this chance, take this opportunity. It also mentions boundaries, that you should stand firm in your power. It's a good time to stand up for yourself, stand in your strength and your truth, and set your boundaries. So there could be some boundary setting here that's involved. But honestly, I think you're doing that. Maybe it's because you are setting boundaries that you have this newfound willpower to take this stride, take this opportunity to go for what you really want. Because honestly, setting boundaries is really, really hard, especially with people we love. But when we learn to do that, man, no one can stop us. You're just like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do do what you say. In fact, I'm going to do what I want. And actually, I've actually been rewatching Stranger Things because the new season is coming out soon. So I thought, oh, why would not watch the old episodes before the finale? But there's this moment with Joyce where she goes into her workplace, and this is in the first season when her son's missing. She asks for an advance on her pay because she needs it while she's off work and she's looking for her son. And then she asked for 2 weeks and he's like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, I've worked here for 10 years. I've never called in sick. You got to give this to me. And then he's like, all right, all right. And then she sees that it works and she's like, and I need this telephone and I need these smokes. Like, it's sort of like once you realize you standing up for your boundaries works and it's actually what you want to do, what you should be doing, it gets easier and easier to do that. Yeah, you get more and more empowered. And I see that with clematis here too, with clematis just grows and grows and grows with the opportunities. And it just keeps taking opportunity after opportunity to do better. That's you. That's you in this situation, going for self-employment. Prioritizing what's important in your life. You're clearing out the old junk. You're clearing out your space, getting rid of these people that don't respect your boundaries. And you're just like, I'm going for what I want to do. I'm going to go for this thing that's important to me, this project. And I'm going to discover what I can do by doing that, by striding out and making it happen. This is your way out. This is your destiny. Excuse me. Yeah. And I think you've got the backing of your guides, so and the fact that they're in the form of like King of Scoops, like, which is the King of Pentacles, like, this is, I don't think you got to worry about it being worthwhile, because I think this is going to lead you to your abundance better than anything you were doing before. It might take some time at first, but honestly, yeah, I think this is both your joy and your abundance all in one, is doing what you're going to do. You just have to take the opportunity because you got 2 strands here. So you're setting out on that journey, right? You're decided, you're going for it. And isn't it perfect that we have green adventure in here? Green adventure, it's like what it's called, adventure, right? Which is what we have here with Moon and Sagittarius as well. Yeah. Too perfect. And dolphins, they take leaps, right? Out of the ocean, they take leaps of faith all the time. And they're joyful while doing it. So enjoy this process, because I think this is going to lead you to bigger and better things, and you're just going to be so much happier than you were before, like way, way happier. So, yeah, go for it. Just go for it. All right, I think that's the end of the reading, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it, and you can leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more and help the algorithm out as well as the channel. And if you like, you can donate to the channel as well, though it's not expected. But there's links in the description as well as on the channel. And I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.